What's up, you guys? Cece back with another one brand tutorial. I'm super excited about this video because today we're going to be featuring e.l.f. I love e.l.f. e.l.f. is one of the first makeup brands that I ever tried when I first got into makeup, simply because they were inexpensive. However, the more I got into makeup, I realized not only was e.l.f. inexpensive, but they're also super quality. The price has increased a little bit over the years. However, the quality has not went down at all. So if you're looking for affordable makeup, e.l.f. is definitely it. You guys, I will link all of the products down below in the description box, but we're just gonna go through this beautiful look and we're gonna talk about some things as well. So if it's your first time watching, I would love for you to subscribe, like this video, and also hit your post notifications. You guys, it helps me out so much and I would definitely appreciate it. So today we're going to talk about the ish that they did not tell us as a child, as an adolescent, a teenager, growing up, what they didn't tell us about the working world back then. So one of the most important lessons that I feel like I have learned as an adult is that you don't live to work, you work to live. And I feel like that's a lesson that I did not learn until I got into the working world, that baby, that job don't care about you. Not at all, not even a little bit. And so your job is to get the most out of any position that you're in. Your job is to get the most out of that, as much as you can. And when it's no longer serving you, move on to the next. That's how I navigate life. And I feel like it's really been helpful in life and especially in my career. So going back to my original point, you work to live, you don't live to work. Work is just a small part of who we are, and honestly, it's not really who we are, it's just what we do, right? Because your career can change. The things that you do, throughout life will change. However, obviously, you're still you. So never put all your self-worth in your job. Never think that just because you have a certain job or you don't have a certain job, that equates to your self-worth, because it absolutely does not. How many shitty people do you know that have an amazing job, right? How many great people do you know that have a not so amazing job, at least not to your standards? Everything is about your standards and what you can get out of it. So companies exist to make money. That is literally their sole purpose. Companies do not exist to make you have a more comfortable life. Companies do not exist to help people. I feel like all companies, have this great mission, vision, and value statement. However, those companies exist to make money. Let's be real. You being able to work there and make a living is just a byproduct of that. And essentially it helps the economy. However, those companies exist to make money, which means if you're doing anything to jeopardize the company making money, most likely they're going to get rid of you. And I feel like I hear a lot of people, talk about companies and complain about how companies operate and how companies don't care about you. Why would you expect the company to care about you? The company's not going to change. The economy's not going to change. The way the world works just does not change. And I'm not saying that you can't make positive change. However, bottom line is the company needs to make money in order for it to exist, period. So, no, the company's not going to care about you. They're not going to care about your feelings. They're not going to care that you don't have a babysitter to babysit your kids when they're sick. The company just does not care about you. And so it's up to you to design the life that you want. And again, take what you can from that situation and then move on to the next situation that is serving you better. You have one life to live. Don't live it being miserable. Don't live it at a job that you hate. Don't live it in places and spaces that you are not respected and that you're just tolerated, right? Don't live your life that way. And that includes work. I work in HR, as you guys know, specifically employee relations. And every day, employees come to me and tell me, just how miserable they are in their job, how much they don't like their job because of this or because of that. And it's not particularly anything that the company is doing wrong. It's more so that this just may not be the position for them, or even may not be the position for them at this time because of what's going on in their life. I feel like for the most part, companies do what they can because the market demands it. So they do what they can to make their employees as comfortable as possible within the confines of, we still want to make as much money as possible, be as profitable as possible, be as successful as possible, gain as much market share as possible. And that's a lot of different factors that I feel like people don't realize. And they put so much time and effort into being this perfect employee and into thinking about what isn't working for them versus how can they get in a better situation themselves. So if this is you and you find yourself hating your job, hating life, and you feel like you've outgrown the position you're in, I'm going to give you 3 steps to start pivoting your career. The first is to find your why. I feel like that's super cliche, I know, but it is so important. You need to figure out why you hate your job. Do you just hate the industry altogether? Do you actually just hate the company, like your actual job, or is it a combination of both? You need to really sit down and pick apart why it is that you are so unhappy in the position you're in, because this is going to help you not make the same mistake twice with the next move that you make. So how do you figure out what you really hate about your job? Just sit down and list all the things you do. List all the tasks that you do, the people that you interact with, and the type of work that you do. List that about your actual company, some of the things that you like, some of the things that you don't like, the offerings that they have. Is this a place that you can see yourself being long term? And why not? List all of this stuff down and see where your pain points really are. You may find out that you just have to pivot a little bit in what you're doing. Maybe you want to work on different projects, and you don't have to pivot your actual company or career just because you want to work on different projects. A lot of times we start executing without actually understanding what we're executing and why we're executing it. And that's not what we want to do here, because we won't be successful doing that. So step number 2 is to network and ask questions. You guys, ask as many questions as you can possibly ask. Connect with as many people as you can possibly connect with in your preferred industry, company, field, whatever the case. Connect with people. Start a conversation. You can start a conversation on LinkedIn. Ask family and friends if they know anyone who works in this industry or in this company that can help answer some of your questions. Ask your mentor, because we should have a mentor. And just really get familiar with talking to people and being inquisitive. The best way to find out if it's a great company or great environment, a great industry, or if it's something that you're gonna like, is to really dive deep and talk to someone who can give you some unscripted, unfiltered answers. It's all well and good to ask questions at an interview, but when you can talk to someone that can give you just an unfiltered approach of what you're going to be facing, that's what you want to do. Last step, you got to get off your butt and do the work, guys. You have to apply for jobs. You have to research if you want a certain salary or be at a certain company. Find referrals, and you have to do your own research and get up and apply. The jobs are out there. The opportunities are out there. You just have to find them. So I think this goes back to my last point too. Honestly, you have to ask questions. There are so many resources that we have at our disposal these days that people did didn't have 15, 20, 25 years ago. They literally had to get up and go and go write out paper applications. We don't have to do that. We have the world at our fingertips, and you have to not be shy about using it. There are so many great resources out there right now. If you guys aren't using AI at the moment, I definitely suggest you start using things like Google's Bard and Chat GPT. If you guys want me to do a video on those AI tools, I can definitely do them because I've been using them in my everyday life and they've been so helpful. Do not be scared of the resources that we have at our fingertips. That is it, you guys. I hope you all enjoyed this video and it was helpful for you. If you guys want me to do more videos like this, let me know. Give me some topics down below and I can definitely hit them. I've been loving doing this, just mixing like my career tips with makeup, two things that I'm super passionate about. So again, if you guys enjoyed this video, don't forget to give me a thumbs up. Subscribe to my channel if you're still watching. Girl, you must like it, so go ahead and subscribe. And thank you guys so much for watching. I love you, and I will talk to you in the next video. Bye.